The Soundwatch Boater Education Program is operated by the Whale Museum in Friday Harbor, Washington. We began public outreach and boater education in 1993 to promote safe and responsible boating around marine wildlife, specifically the southern resident killer whales. Since 1998, Soundwatch crews have been monitoring the transboundary vessel activities near southern resident killer whales and marine wildlife to characterize vessel trends to aid in the development and effectiveness of marine guidelines and laws. The program operates from May through September every summer. We rely on over 70 volunteers and interns to assist with 2,000 or more hours of boater education, data collection, and data entry. Our survey area is from Race Rocks, southwest of Victoria, to the coal docks just south of Vancouver, BC. This is based on the high traffic areas for vessels around whales, the whales' travel patterns, and the fuel capacity for our vessels. The southern resident killer whales were listed as endangered in 2005 in the U.S. It was determined that vessel disturbance was one of the 3 potential causes of the population's decline, and that more research was needed to understand the impacts from vessels. There are a variety of vessels that can potentially cause disturbances to the southern residents. They range from military ships and commercial whale watching to recreational fishermen and human-powered vessels like kayaks and paddleboards. The Soundwatch data has shown that every year whale watching is increasing. Whether it's from tourists onshore, recreational boaters, or the commercial industry, the need for guidelines, regulations, and boater education is increasing every year. In 2011, NOAA implemented the current killer whale law for the inland waters of Washington state. This law applies to all killer whales, whether it's transients or southern residents. The law states that all vessels must remain 200 yards to the side of killer whales and 400 yards out of their path. In 2012, Washington state implemented the same law for boating around southern resident killer whales. As a result, Soundwatch and all of our Be Whalewise partners have been working to increase the distribution and education of these regulations. We collect a large amount of data while we're on scene with the killer whales. Our first priority is boater education. We contact recreational boaters, whether it's a kayak or powerboat, and pass over the Be Whalewise brochures that now include the Washington state regulations. General location data, where the vessel is from, and whether or not the passengers were aware of the guidelines and laws is recorded. The goal is to explain the science behind the laws and connect with the passengers in a manner that will change their behavior in the future. Opportunistically, we collect vessel incident data. Since 2004, we have used specific data collection methods to determine when a vessel is out of compliance with the Be Whalewise regulations and our guidelines. Vessel monitoring and whale behavior data is collected on the half hour for as long as Soundwatch is on scene. We record all vessels within 1/2 mile of the killer whales and what type of activity that vessel and the whales are engaged in. The Pacific Whale Watch Association is a Be Whalewise partner and have additional guidelines that all of their members choose to abide by. Their naturalists spread the word about Be Whalewise and reach hundreds of thousands of people each summer. Kayaking and the use of human-powered vessels is a growing trend in the San Juan Islands. Last year, over 10,000 people launched from San Juan County Park. San Juan Island Kayak Association partners with Soundwatch and San Juan County Parks for additional kayaking guidelines. These guidelines are known as KELP, the Kayak Education and Leadership Program. Any commercial or recreational vessel launching from San Juan County Park is educated on these guidelines prior to their departure. Washington State Fish and Wildlife, NOAA, and Canada's Department of Fisheries and Oceans are all transboundary partners with Be Whalewise. Under a Section 6 ESA grant, WDFW is now able to be on scene with the killer whales for over 50 days each summer, completing education and enforcement patrols. Straightwatch is the Canadian counterpart to Soundwatch. They work hard to reach boaters on land and on the water, all the way from Victoria to Johnstone Strait with the Robson Bight Warden program. This year, the BC Sightings Network is also working on educating boaters at local marinas. This summer, we will be working with the Whale Museum Stranding Network to reach more boaters before they get on the water. We'll be doing weekly dock talks at the local marinas that focus on the science behind the Marine Mammal Protection Act and the federal regulations, and how each person has the opportunity to make a difference. Thank you for being a Soundwatch Boater Education Program volunteer. If you're interested in helping us spread the word through Be Whalewise posters or brochures, please see me at the Whale Museum. Don't forget to review the additional materials online and fill out your quiz and your contact information before your volunteer days. See you on the water.